Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to our daily geometry videos. Today we're talking about special right triangles. Now there are two cases for special right triangles, a 45-45-90 and a 30-60-90. Today we're just going to be talking about the 45-45-90 triangle. Now it's a pretty basic scenario, okay? We have a triangle of 45-45-90, hence the name. Okay, and we're going to have two values that we end up using for everything. Okay, for our legs, they end up being the exact same. They're congruent with each other. They always will be congruent with each other for a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So we're going to have x and x. Now your hypotenuse is going to use that value as well, x, but we add on this little value of x square root of 2 to accompany it. So you will always have this situation. Your legs will be equal to each other, and your hypotenuse is just going to be whatever the leg is times the square root of 2. So for our legs, they're equal to x, and the hypotenuse, x square roots of 2. Now that's a very important scenario to remember, because now anytime we do any problems, we can always label what should be what. So for number 1, A and 5 are my legs, so they should be x. Right? And C is my hypotenuse, so it should be x square roots of 2. Well, if that's the case, I know my x's have to be equal to each other. So if this x is 5, then A also has to be 5. And if A has to be 5, then I can go and take that right there and plug it into that equation, x squared roots of 2. So instead of it being that, it's 5 square roots of 2. And that's it. Okay? So let's look at a little bit different problem. Okay? Maybe we don't have any legs. All we have is the hypotenuse. So we'll still set up the same scenario and label our pieces. Our legs will be x, and our hypotenuse will be x square roots of 2. Now this one's a little bit different, so we don't know what x is, and that's what we need to solve for. So what we're going to do is we know that this equation has to equal that 20 value. So we're going to set them equal to each other. X square roots of 2 is equal to 20. Now we want to solve for x. So I divide both sides by the square root of 2. And those cancel there. So we're left with a function that says x is equal to 20 divided by the square root of 2. Now, one of the rules we have to understand is we cannot have radicals on bottom. A radical is a square root or any type of root. We can't have those on bottom. It's bad manners to have it on bottom. So we got to bring it on top. So what you end up doing is you end up multiplying by whatever that radical is. That's typically how you get it on top. So we're going to multiply by it over itself. So we're going to say multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. Okay, the reason we do them on top of each other like this is because if I multiply and divide by it, that's like multiplying by 1. It's not changing the problem up. It makes it look different, but it still remains the same. So now that I multiply by it, I'm just going to go multiply it by it straight across. So 20 times the square root of 2 is just 20 square roots of 2. Nothing changes. Divided by. Now, this is where we have something different happen. Since these two are the same thing, the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. That's the same thing as saying just multiplying the inside since they're both roots. Square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is just 2. Or simply, anytime you have the same square root of 2 times square root of 2, anytime the root is the same and the number inside is the same, they typically cancel out. So we're going to be left with a value of 2 on bottom. Now, the last step for this one, to solve for x, is we have to reduce the equation down. So 20 divided by 2 gives me 10 square roots of 2. Now, a lot of you are going to try to go, okay, square root of 2 divided by 2, those are the same number, they're going to cancel out. They are not the same thing. This is the square root of 2, and this is 2. They cannot be reduced down. It can only be 20 divided by 2. Make sure you remember that one. So now we have this value, and that ends up being our x. So that's perfect, because all we really want to know in this one, a and b, which both have to be the exact same value of x, is what we just solved for. So we have our answer, 10 square roots of 2, 10 square roots of 2. Okay? And That's it, guys. So that's the simpler style problem for a special right triangle and a little more difficult style of problem. But that's it. There's not really much else we can do with these problems, okay? If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure you email me or leave a reply in the, I guess, the Google Classroom. That's about it today. I hope you're being safe, staying out of trouble, okay? Have a good day.